never be the same. Stay tuned for One Life to Live.
On One Life to Live, one unsolved murder, one wrongly accused woman, and one man determined to save her.
I'm gonna catch you, killer.
Carlo's murderer revealed on One Life to Live. Just you watch.
Jeopardy!
There, Billy. Now, if you and your folks will go by the desk, you'll be able to go home.
Thanks.
All right, you listen to us, young man.
William, how could you?
Mom, it was an accident.
Caused by drinking. I can still smell it on you.
You know what time it is? It's 8 in the morning. Now, until about an hour ago, when the hospital called, we had no idea where you were.
Why won't you tell us where you were all this time? Who brought you to the hospital?
How's the patient? Leanne, what are you trying so hard to say? Leanne?
Max, there's something you need to know.
Well, I'm not going to know it unless you tell me what it is, so tell me.
I should have told you very, very long time ago. Kevin is not Duke's father. You are. Bo, I'm gonna come with you.
No, no. It could be too dangerous, Blair.
Don't even try to talk me out of it, Bo. Don't say no. You haven't got the right. My mother could be trapped in Max Holden's house with a killer.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires. When you wish upon a star. Anything your heart desires. La, la, la.
Stay away from my son!
Look, Mr. and Mrs. Douglas, your son needed some help.
No, not from you.
Mom, I needed his help. And
Stay out of this, William.
His arm was severely burned. When I found him, he was disoriented. He was confused.
He was drunk. Why didn't you say it? Because it was your fault.
Me? Okay, look, I don't know exactly what you're talking about here, because when I got to the community center, I heard these fireworks start. I rushed out there. I tried to help him. He ran away.
He just tried
I don't want you defending him, William.
But, Mom, if...
He chased after you, didn't he? He didn't try to call us, your parents. He tried to cover up the goings-on at that teen center, the drinking, and God knows what else.
Just listen to me for 1 second, all right? First of all, I tried to reach you throughout the evening. Second of all, the community center was properly chaperoned, and what happened to Billy has nothing to do with it.
Was your fault. Was your responsibility. Now, you were told to keep your distance from my boy, or we would inform your superiors.
Mr. Douglas, please, just... let's all try to calm down just a little bit. Billy, obviously, your parents and I are having a communication problem here. Maybe you can help us out by telling us what's wrong here.
Look, I'm sorry, I don't...
No! You are not to apologize for anything.
Billy, I think it might help if you just told us what's wrong. We could work this out.
We are going to work this out. We are going to work this out with your bishop. Now, let's go, son. Now!
Andrew, what's wrong?
I wish I knew. What have I done to these people? What they don't like my sermons. They don't like the teen center. What have I done to set them against me like this? And now they're going to carry out the threat. They're going to go to my bishop. Actually go to my bishop.
And they won't tell you what about?
No, they just keep making these dark, threatening sounds, but they give me nothing concrete. Nothing that I can deal with. Nothing.
Andrew, I'm sorry. I hate to see you hurt like this.
Thanks. But the thing is, I got a feeling that they're going to hurt someone a lot more than they're going to hurt me. They're going to hurt their own son.
Mine? This is my baby? Duke?
Look at him. Max, just look at him. Don't you see it? I mean, it is right there. You're Duke's father. He's your son, Max, and that is the honest truth.
Here. Just here. Here, Duke. You just lay right here and rest up, okay? Lay right there. It's okay. It's okay.
Max,
I came to you. When I first heard you were pregnant, I asked you straight to your face.
And I wanted to
And you looked
tell
me right in the eye, and you told me no. You said it was not my baby you were carrying. You got me to believe it was Kevin's.
Fine.
Even though...
Get mad. Fine, get mad, all right? I don't blame you.
Mad doesn't even begin to describe how I feel right now. But forget about me. Forget about Kevin. Look what you've done to Duke. Doesn't the kid have the right to a father, his own real father?
Yes, that is why I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, why now? Why not at the start when I could have done something, when I could have helped, when I could have...
What, you would have married me? And you didn't even love me?
Could have done something.
No. No, Max, I have known enough children who grew up in families like that. Those aren't even families. Is that what was honestly best for our son?
You're missing the point here. I had the right to know. I had the right to be part of every decision made for him. The minute you knew you were carrying my child, you should have let me know. Then maybe together we could have figured something out.
We're just going around in circles, all right? I mean, honestly, what would have been so different? If you had known then what you would know now, what would you have married me? Pretty. Nice. You want something too. Oh. Funny monkey. I wonder when he'll find me. I wonder when he'll find me. No, not Asa. Max. Good Max. He'll find me, and he'll tell Blair, and then we'll all be together. Good. Look, Dolly. Look how pretty you are. Look, Dolly. Look how pretty you are. No!
This is...
What about your folks?
They were asleep. I'd be grounded for life if they knew what time I really got in last night. What about you?
My parents knew. You think I'd still be here? I'd be locked in the Bastille or something. It just wouldn't have been right to leave Billy out in the street somewhere and just take off. And he was drunk.
Yeah, he was acting like a real jerk last night. Almost blowing his arm off with those stupid fireworks.
All right. Oh,
thanks.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Honey?
What? Boy.
Something wrong?
No. Most people like syrup.
Oh, I like honey.
Great.
But that makes me weird now, 'cause I like honey.
No, it makes you unique.
Yeah, I think that's what I was shooting for, unique.
Oh, aren't they adorable? Young love. Nothing quite like that, huh? Not that I have to tell you about that. Will you stop looking at your watch? We just opened
Just
up.
trying to figure out how much time I should give man, Wanda.
Give who? The kids could sit there as long as they want.
No, not them. Them upstairs, Max and Leanne.
Oh, come on. Max just came to see baby Duke. What are you making such a big deal about?
It is a big deal, Aunt Wanda, okay?
Hey, don't you start worrying about old boyfriends.
You don't understand.
Yes, I do. I had my doubts about you and Leanne. But when baby Duke came, I see the way the two of you take care of him, the way you take care of each other, and they just disappear. Wait a second. Where you going?
Okay, I'll be back.
But don't do anything
I'm
stupid.
gonna go upstairs and wait outside the room in case Leanne needs me, all right?
For what?
When I found out that Duke's on the way, I wanted to tell you. I wanted to wrap my arms around you and say, Max, I'm carrying your child. See, everything's working out the way I wanted it to.
Then why didn't you? Why'd you take the easy way out and tell Kevin it's his kid?
You think that was easy?
Oh, I'd call it trading up. Why settle for being a Holden when he can be a Buchanan, right?
Is that what you think of me?
No, I don't know what to think right now.
Max, if I really, really wanted to be a Buchanan, why would I be divorcing Kevin? Don't you understand that I wanted what's best for my son? And living a lie is certainly not what's best.
You keep saying your son. He is my son, too, and from now on, we decide what's best for him. We.
Max, there has not been a we for a very long time.
Are you going to raise him alone?
I am not alone.
Jason?
Jason has been there for me and the baby all along.
Well, that doesn't mean I want him to help raise my kid.
Look, Max, I don't want to fight. Okay, I'm so tired of fighting. With Kevin and the custody thing, I had to tell him...
Wait. The only reason you came out with the truth was so you could win a custody battle?
No, that is not what I meant.
Well, it sure as hell sounds like it. You're just going to go on living this lie, raising my son with Jason? No one would be the wiser? Not Kevin, the poor schnook, not me, the baby's father?
I was going to tell you.
When? When he's 21? When he graduates from college? When he gets married? What, when I'm on my deathbed? When was this great big revelation going to happen?
Why are you not even trying to see... Look, I honestly believed that Kevin was going to give me a nice, quiet divorce. And then...
Then what? Then what? You're going to invite me over for tea? Max, isn't the weather nice? By the way, Duke is your baby. Would you pass the sugar, please?
I haven't even had time to figure it out. Kevin doesn't believe me.
Doesn't believe?
He thinks I'm making the whole thing up just to keep him from getting custody of Duke.
Great. Now our baby's going to be dragged through the courts. So Ace is going to bring in his designated lawyers. The whole Buchanan family's going to come in on it. Who else? I'm the last to know who's the first.
What are you talking about? What makes you think?
Well, you must have confided the secret in someone. Someone else must know this baby is mine.
Nick, that's not the point, all right? What difference does it really make?
Lena knows, doesn't she? She's known right from the beginning, hasn't she? Hasn't she? Great. I thought one woman, maybe one woman, could look me in the eye and tell me the truth.
Mother?
You don't want to scare her off if she's still here.
Well, the door was open. Of course she's here. Mother, it's Blair!
Please, just cool, okay?
Oh, I know that she is here. She always runs to Max's house when she's frightened.
Yeah, but someone else may have opened that door before or after Addie opened it.
Oh, my gosh. You don't think that...
What I'm saying is that if the killer was watching Addie and followed her here...
Mother? Mother?
No, Claire, please, just stay right here, okay? Let me look around. All right, Addie? Addie, are you right? It's all right. It's okay. It's his hat box.
Well, let's be careful.
Oh, my God.
Mother? Mother?
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh,
Addie?
thank God she's alive.
Addie, who did this to you? Addie? Was it Julia? Julia Medina, did she do this, or was it someone else? Addie, who did this? What have I done to make the Douglases my enemy?
Maybe,
Why are they so determined to keep their son away from me?
maybe you're too permissive, too progressive.
Cass.
And maybe they think that's a bad influence on Billy.
It has got to be something bigger than that.
And I'm going to find out what it is.
The Douglases, Bishop Levane.
Thank you, Paul. Welcome, Mr. Douglas. I'm Matthew McMahon.
How do you do, Bishop? This is my wife, Virginia, and our son, Bill.
How do you do? Nice to meet you. I understand you're a member of the vestry at St. James's Church in Landview.
Yes, we've just recently joined, but I am very unhappy with the goings-on there.
I see. Well, perhaps we'd all better sit down and relax. Maybe you can tell me what the problem is.
I believe I can cut to the heart of the matter. We are extremely upset about the rector at St. James.
Andrew Carpenter. Very good man.
So we thought at first.
I'm sorry?
My wife and I are extremely concerned.
I assume so. About
Andrew Carpenter.
What about him?
We think he's the last man who should be in the pulpit of a church, much less have any influence over the spiritual life in Landview.
That's quite an accusation, Mrs. Douglas. Why are you so against Andrew?
We've heard him speak from the pulpit about, well, deviant behavior. And in his personal life...
What about his personal life?
To put it mildly, he has been indiscreet and inappropriate. And our son, Billy, here has...
I'm sorry, I'm trying to follow you, Mrs. Douglas, but, Billy, maybe you can enlighten me.
I don't know anything about any of this.
I think we can leave Billy out of this. What we were talking about here is Reverend Carpenter's behavior.
Then I suggest you discuss it with Reverend Carpenter. Or failing that, one of your fellow vestry members.
We don't want a scandal.
Why should there be a scandal? I believe Vicky Buchanan is the rector's warden at St. James, a woman of great discretion. Have you spoken to her?
I'm afraid you're missing the point, sir. This subject is so inflammatory that we really have to talk about it with you and no one else.
You see, I'm not very good at riddles, Mr. Douglas. What exactly do you wish to talk to me about?
Perhaps Reverend Carpenter was a good man once, maybe even a good minister, but he seems to have lost his way.
This inappropriate behavior you mentioned?
Yes, well, I mean, inappropriate is not exactly the word. What we are talking about is indecent.
Mr. Douglas, if you have any kind of charge to make against Reverend Carpenter, or against anyone for that matter, I hope you will weigh your words carefully.
We have an obligation to our son and to all the young people at the church. We can't keep silent.
About what, Mrs. Douglas?
Bishop McVane, we believe that Reverend Carpenter is a homosexual
and has made advances toward our son.
Please do not blame Luna. All right, she was just being my friend. Max, my only friend.
So that excuses it? You can lie to one friend for the sake of another?
Oh, she felt terrible about it. All right, she kept begging me to tell you the truth. I couldn't do it. Look, I understand. I understand if you're angry and upset, but you have to understand that I am the one who should raise Duke.
Yeah, you and Jason. Unless you have another boyfriend warming up in the bullpen.
You have no right to say that. Max, you of all people.
Jason doesn't know anything about raising babies.
He is learning. Okay, he is learning very fast, and he already has something up on you.
Like what?
Like he loves me. All right, he genuinely loves me, and he's not scared to say it, which is more than I can say for you.
Look, I don't have to listen to this.
Max, I'm sorry.
Now, I gotta get out of here. I gotta clear my mind, if that is possible.
Eddie, did you see the killer's face?
Murderer, murderer.
Mother, please hold still. You're bleeding.
Eddie, how do you know it was the killer?
Stop it, Bo. I think she's in shock.
No, but if it was Julia Medina, maybe we could follow her. We could call the police.
Oh, my God.
What is it? She cut bad?
Oh, she isn't cut at all. Look.
Well, this isn't Addie's blood. Addie, look, see this mirror? Did you use this broken mirror to defend yourself?
Defend myself. Defend myself.
Bo, do you really think that she could hurt Julia, whoever it was?
If she was that scared, what do you think?
Bad. Very bad. Had to.
No, hey, I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean?
Look, if Addie drew blood, then maybe the killer didn't get that far. Whoever it is could still be in this house.
Some harmless misunderstanding.
No. See, there's nothing harmless about it. Reverend Carpenter is using his position, his collar, if you will, to take advantage of our son.
His behavior was brought to our attention by a young woman who attends St. James. She comes from a very fine family.
What's her name?
That doesn't matter.
I think it matters very much. Unfounded rumors like this.
We didn't want to believe her, but we have proof. We saw proof with our own eyes.
What exactly did you see?
Nothing.
Billy,
it was nothing.
Billy, I know he's your friend, but you can't defend him any longer.
What did you see, Mrs. Douglas?
He was alone with our son, and it chills me to think about it. A man of God with his arm around our son.
That's all.
That's all? That's all? And the man had his hands all over our son, and you say that's all? Any fool could see what he was after.
Forgive me, Mr. Douglas, but if every time a minister or a teacher or a doctor, for that matter, touched someone who came to him in need of help...
Billy is not in need of help. He's the president of his class. He's the captain of his swim team. If anyone is in need of help, it's your Reverend Carpenter.
Look, you know, there used to be laws against this kind of lifestyle. Seems to me he's lucky to be living in such tolerant times.
Your parents are doing all the talking, Billy.
I told you...
I heard you, sir. But I'd like to hear it from Billy's own lips. Billy? Your parents say they found you alone with Reverend Carpenter.
And not a moment too soon.
Billy? Why were you alone with Andrew?
We were... He was talking to me.
Talking?
Yeah. Sort of like, counseling, I guess.
That's his job. What about?
About?
Yes, Billy?
It's all right, Billy. You can tell us here. There's nothing you can't share with us, Billy.
Private stuff. You see, teenagers turn to adults for help. Well, if the adults take advantage...
That remains to be seen.
Are you saying you don't believe us?
I'm saying, Mrs. Douglas, that I've known Andrew Carpenter personally as well as professionally, and to think of him abusing his authority, especially in the way that you imply.
We're not implying, all right? We are stating the facts.
In your mind, perhaps. I'm sorry, but I need to hear more about this before I can accept it.
Do you want us to bring in...
Not from you, Mrs. Douglas, from your son. Billy, these are serious charges. They're not about preference or lifestyle or even sexuality. They're about abuse of office. They're about violation of trust. If you have something to say, now is the time to say it.
What's the real deal with you and Leanne?
What'd she tell you?
I'm asking you.
I'm in love with her.
That's what she says.
She loves me. Did she tell you that too?
And Duke?
He's a part of her.
Well, it's that simple. You love her, she loves the baby, you love the baby, and it all works out, huh?
More or less.
What do you know about raising kids? You're just a kid yourself.
Yeah, well, what I don't know, I can learn.
Maybe if you get the chance.
What are you saying? You gonna do something?
Afraid I'm gonna pull a Buchanan, sue for custody?
Are you?
I don't know. Right now, this minute, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just gotta get out of here and get all the lies out of my system.
If Addie wounded the killer.
What is it?
It's a blood trail.
Well, be careful.
No, don't believe me.
What?
Leads all the way down the stairs. Come here, we were in such a hurry to get up here, we didn't even see this. Look, you stay here with Addie. All right, if there's any sign of trouble, you get to one of the bedrooms, barricade the door, and then call the police. Okay?
Bo?
No, but don't worry, Blair. I plan on dying in my sleep, surrounded by all my great-grandchildren. In the meantime, I'm gonna catch a killer.
Okay, Wanda, where is she?
Oh, and the top of the morning to you too, Mr. Holden. Where is who?
You know who? Luna.
Luna is probably at the radio station doing her talk show, or she's at Serenity Springs selling her mud.
But she will be coming through the store sometime today, right?
Well, yes. Why? Would you like me to give her a message?
No.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Tell her to wait right here for me.
Right. Any particular reason?
Now, I think she knows the reason. Luna and I have something to discuss.
A topic?
Truth or consequences.
Hey.
Hey.
You mind if I pull up a seat?
No, sure. Pull up a chair.
How's Billy?
Yeah, well, last time I saw you...
I got him to the emergency room. They're patching up his burns.
So he's gonna be okay?
Yeah. Burns heal. I thought we might talk about some of Billy's other wounds.
What other wounds?
You talk to Billy much?
We talk all the time.
About pretty personal stuff?
Sometimes. Why?
Just wondering if you noticed any change in Billy's behavior.
He got drunk last night. He almost blew off his arm. I would call that pretty different.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm wondering why he was drinking. Do you know? Anything on his mind?
Like what?
I don't know, just
Seems like he's under a lot of pressure lately. Is he having trouble with his parents?
Well, now that he mentioned it.
No, he gets along great with his parents.
Does he, Joey? Does he get along great with his parents?
All right, so maybe they have some problems, but you should hear my family sometimes.
Yeah, but I get the feeling the Douglas family has a lot of problems, and I'm very worried about Billy, and I thought because you're his friends...
Right, we're his friends. We're not his mom and dad's. If Billy has problems at home, we don't know anything about it. Do we, Joey?
Billy, your parents have been doing all the talking.
We want to protect our son's privacy.
Your mother does have a point, Billy. In a sense, these charges against Reverend Carpenter, they're being brought on your behalf. It's your responsibility to make sure that they're accurate.
Come on, son. Tell the bishop.
Tell the truth, Billy, even if someone gets hurt.
Billy, if you tell me that this is just a misunderstanding, then the accusation will never leave this office. But if you tell me that it's true, that Reverend Carpenter made sexual overtures to you, then I will have to take action.
What do you do to him?
It's not for you to worry about, son. But if Andrew is really your friend, you know that he'd want you to tell the truth.
That's all that any of us wants.
Go ahead, sweetheart.
Billy, were your parents mistaken? Or did they see it correctly? Did Reverend Carpenter make advances to you?
If Joey and Alana knew something about Billy, some problem he had with his parents, they'd tell you. They're your friends.
Well, at their age, I'm afraid their friendship with Billy is going to far outweigh their feelings for me. Anyway, it was wrong for me to go over there. I can't... Oh, you know, a couple of kids aren't going to solve my problems.
Andrew, maybe you don't have any problems.
But Billy Douglas does. And that makes them mine. I'll take care of this.
Thank you. Will you excuse me?
Sure.
It's not something you figure out, Andrew. It's something you always know deep down inside, but you finally realize. And when all my buddies, they started going nuts over girls, I had to pretend like I was too, but that's just it. I was pretending.
Look, we've told Billy not to see you. Now, I would think you would respect our wishes and stay away from my son.
Stay away from Billy. Now, he is a member of the parish. He comes to me for counseling. Mr. Douglas, I can't turn him away. That's not the way...
You may not have a choice.
Why is that?
Andrew? Andrew, where are you? Andrew? Are you okay? You seem to be a million miles away.
Not anymore. Cass, this is really starting to make sense to me now, unfortunately. And, Cass, I think I know what the Douglases are thinking.
Billy, don't be afraid.
Go ahead, Billy. Reverend Carpenter can't hurt you, not anymore.
Please, Mrs. Douglas. Mr. Douglas, let's give him a chance to respond in his own words. Billy, you have nothing to be ashamed of. Nobody is accusing you of anything.
Well, of course not. Of course not. It's not like you're the one with a problem.
Please, Mr. Douglas. Billy, I've known Reverend Carpenter for a long time. He's my friend, too. I've counseled him about private stuff, about his relationships. And never, not once, did I sense any conflict in his heart about his sexuality. Not once did he lead me to believe that he was homosexual.
They cover it up, don't they?
Well, yes, they have to. They couldn't survive in the real world if
Please, Mr. Douglas, I must ask you to let Billy respond. Billy, has Andrew done anything to you?
He didn't actually do anything.
He had his hands on you, didn't he?
Well, yeah, sort
then
of.
Tell him!
Billy, if somebody touches you inappropriately, it doesn't mean that you asked for it.
He knows that.
But if there was something that you did, something that might have been interpreted as, well, an invitation.
Dare you? Are you accusing our son?
I didn't invite anything. I didn't ask for anything.
Of course you didn't. It was the other way around, Bishop.
Mr. Douglas, I am suggesting that Billy might have signaled a wish for some sort of extra closeness. Yes, some sort of intimate response from Reverend Carpenter out of a need for friendship with no ulterior motive in mind.
Oh, I should have known that you would stand up for Carpenter. It's just like any business. You take care of your own.
Mrs. Douglas, in my business, I'm called upon to take care of everyone, whether or not they wear a collar. But your son has a responsibility, too, to tell the truth.
What do you think he's been doing?
I don't know. So far, you and your wife have been doing all the talking. I'm still waiting, Billy.
Well, look what you've done to him. He's so confused. He's so upset he can't speak.
Then I hope you'll convince your son to open up to me as soon as possible.
All right, now we're going to leave Billy out of this. We've told you the truth, and I want to know what you intend to do about it.
First of all, I plan to speak to Reverend Carpenter.
Well, he'll only deny it.
I said, first I'll speak to Reverend Carpenter before any public action is taken. For now, I'm going to treat this as a private matter. But rest assured, I will deal with it.
Hey, you have nothing to worry about.
Nothing. Nothing except losing you and the kid, that's all.
Look at me. What I told you before Max walked in that door, it still goes. I don't want him back. I only want you.
You know, see, Duke is Max's kid. That means that
That
Max...
means that Max and me will have to work something out. I don't know, joint custody or visitation rights, whatever the judge wants to call it, but this isn't about me getting back together
We
with Max.
still stand a chance of losing the baby to Kevin.
No. No, not anymore. Not when Kevin knows that it's Max's baby.
Well, I'm not looking for Max to do us any favors. It's up to us to protect our kid.
Our?
That's right. Our kid.
What are you doing?
Looking for somebody in this town with enough guts to stand up to the Buchanans.
Okay, you're gonna wake the baby, all right? Look, what is wrong?
What's wrong? I can't even read the phone book. How am I gonna help you keep the kid? How am I gonna help you raise him?
Okay, come on.
I gotta do something. I gotta do something to keep our kid.
Thought you'd get away with it, didn't you? Huh? Be real easy, kill Carlo, frame Sarah, huh? Thought it'd be easy, but it wasn't, because the game's over. You lost, and we won.